In a time where our resources are always reduced, we need to find new ways of working in the community.
As a parent champion, you can be one-to-one and you can just talk people through any issues that they've got.
There's nothing more inspiring than somebody giving up their own time and sharing their story to better outcomes for other parents.
I love it. I love to share my experience about nurseries and children's centres, and I know I help my community.
Our take-up has increased, so it must be working, and we've gained some brilliant volunteers.
All this experience is actually going to get me to where I want to go, so I'm impressed with it.
Back in December 16, the Family and Childcare Trust approached us. So the Wolverhampton scheme was set up in the hope that we would talk to families that are hard to reach and improve their living standards, from employment to raising their literacy and numeracy levels for children in schools as well. My role is to set up the foundations of the induction programme, the recruitment of the volunteers, getting them embedded across the city, and also for us to encourage them back into employment.
The experience that you'll get, and also the fact that you're doing something that's worthwhile with a reference for you.
I was very anti-service, didn't want to engage, saw no future for myself because I was rock bottom, dealing with the domestic violence at the time. The volunteer training that the Parent Champ done made me aware of the skills I had as a parent, let me see my own potential, what I could do and how I could help inspire others to achieve the same outcomes that I've now achieved for myself and my daughter. With encouragement from Rita, there was 2 of us that went on to become Strengthening Families workers. Very much a proud moment for me.
Thank you everyone for coming. I'm your trainer today. I'm from Family and Childcare Trust. We are going to talk a bit more about the Parent Champion Scheme.
Now we're doing the second wave of training supported by the Family and Childcare Trust. So it's been quite successful, and we have about 20 parents out there today. Haringey has a very transient population. There are a lot of cultural barriers to sending their children to nursery. So we try to recruit parents that came from those communities. Parent Champion have been able to feed back what the barriers were.
Generally in Turkish community, it's mum's business to look after the kids till they're school age. We try to encourage mothers and fathers to send their 2-year-olds to free nursery. I've seen the benefits for my son, so I would like to share my experience, and I showed them it's not scary. So we're gonna find a place for your kid.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
How old's your little one?
13 months.
13 months, so we'll be coming up to maybe getting a 2-year funding, 15 hours free.
Becky's an amazing Parent Champion volunteer. She's just so proactive in going out there and doing things without me even knowing about it. I'll just get an email and say, I've got some monitoring forms for you. And she uses her own social media. So she's reaching people that I would never have the opportunity to do in my role before having this scheme. Once a month I offer a monitoring session. It's just a really nice opportunity to bounce ideas off each other, get together and then plan what we're going to do for the next month. We have a Parent Champion volunteer called Susie. She has personal experience from the special educational needs side of things, so she often signposts over to us and we can help really in depth, give that sort of one-to-one support that the families might need.
When you receive that diagnosis, it's very up in the air and very stressful, and you don't know which way to go. So I wanted to do something for other parents. The Parent Champion training was really informative. It's given me an insight into what actually is out there. So to be able to pass that on to parents is brilliant.
For a local authority, setting up a scheme is an all-around win-win situation. And I would really encourage local authority to contact the Family and Childcare Trust.
Definitely go for it. We were apprehensive at first, we thought it's a lot more work, but the Family and Childcare Trust have made that so much easier. The workload is not as large as you would think, it's really enjoyable and you'll see the benefits.
Sometimes when I talk to Parent Champions, they say, oh, we are just talking. You don't really understand that you're making such a big difference. This shows the result and the impact of what you do.
We want to thank everyone that's involved, each and every one of you in a different way, contributing to the national network and helping more children and more families into early years and childcare opportunities.
Bye Shamil, bye baby, okay?
Bye bye mommy.
Bye bye.
I'm a single mom. I can do loads of things when my baby in nursery, go to the college, do voluntary work. It's like amazing. You know, it's changed my life actually.
Our take-up levels of funded 2, 3 and 4-year-old places have reached a high of at least 75% take-up, which is massive. Parent Champions' input was a big part of that.
The information that we get back from families can't be really equated into even a report. They're coming out and smelling the roses and actually feeling that they can change their own life and change the lives for their children as well.